Oh, this is No Face Movement, and we're bringing news from the past couple days and today, um, of mysterious things that happen worldwide. Remember last week the swarms of locusts that hit Egypt, the whole country Egypt? Well, some of them left off Egypt and went to Israel. Let's get into the article.
Biological hazard in Israel on Monday, March 11, 2013 at 3:53. A new swarm of locusts hit the Ramat Hanevjev region Sunday morning. Israel has experienced several minor locust infestations in recent days as small groups break off from an enormous swarm in the Gaza region of Egypt. Agricultural ministry officials said they are following the situation and will take action as necessary. Earlier in the day, the ministry sprayed pesticides in select areas to kill a different swarm.
Wow. So, what's unique about that is that we got the swarms of locusts that came off of Egypt Gaza region from last week, went to Israel. And then on top of that, they sprayed pesticide in select areas to kill a different kind of swarm. A swarm of what? They're not reporting that, but we're going to dig deep into this investigation. And this is one of the plagues of Moses. Because last week in Egypt, the whole country was infested with locusts. All right, folks. And now it's heading to Israel. A lot of stuff is going down in Israel. Don't forget, President Barack Obama is entering Israel 5 days before the Passover on March the 20th. All right, and he's riding a donkey in. And you're asking, how is he riding a donkey in? Well, he's a Democrat. His sign is the donkey. All right, it's just kind of he's not the Antichrist, but he's one of the 10 kings. All right, and we're in the middle of selecting a new pope, and I believe it's going to be Christopher Skyborn. Me and Mystique, we did a lot of research, and this is the guy that they're going to choose. Let's move on to more mysterious things. Mysterious pig carcasses pile up, washes up in China's drinking water. We're going about to get into this, and we're going to explain what just happened here. Let's get into the article. Now, this is very strange, and you know pigs don't swim.
Why are thousands of pigs washing up on the shores of China's Huangpu River? Over 2,000 pig carcasses have been found floating in the river, leading to government criticism from bloggers and state run media. Workers are laboring at night to remove the thousands of pigs from the water, using pitchforks to lift the bloated bodies floating in the river. We have to act quickly to remove them, all for fear of causing water pollution, environmental official Zhu Rong told the Global Times, a state-run paper. The Huangpu River is a major source of drinking water for nearby Shanghai. State officials claim that the influx of the floating carcasses has not affected the water supply and that they've been closely monitoring the river. Why are the pigs ending up in the river? Local reports suggest that they might have come from farms in the Zhejiang province, south of Shanghai. The pigs first began to appear in the river on Thursday, reported the BBC. It will still take a few days to determine the cause of death for the pigs. But while officials are searching for the cause of the influx of pig carcasses, Chinese citizens are voicing their concerns on what they view as a gross public health violation. Is this water still drinkable after dead pigs were found floating in it?
If you do live in China and you do listen to our articles, do not drink the water. Go on.
Citizen Liu Wanqing told China Daily, another state-run newspaper. The government has a responsibility to conduct a thorough investigation and provide safe water to residents. The government has not discovered anything hazardous in the water, other than pig carcasses, and claims that the river's water is still safe to drink.
Nope.
Not everyone is satisfied by this answer, though, and is wary of the drinking water. Well, since there supposedly is no problem in drinking this water, lawyer Gan Wanchun wrote on his blog, please forward this message, if you agree, to ask Shanghai's party secretary, mayor, and water authority leaders if they will be the first ones to drink this meat soup.
And what do you believe, Mystique?
I believe that's disgusting. I believe that any little thing can contaminate any water or food source, and I believe that that water definitely is a cause for alarm and concern. I wouldn't drink the water. I wouldn't serve it to my friends. I wouldn't serve it to my family. So
Now, if you've seen this stuff in your river, and if you live in China, please wake up. All right, they're depopulating the world. What they're doing is that the government there, the Chinese government, threw the pigs into the water that are infected with a disease, either with swine flu or with the new H5N1 that they just created here in America, and everyone got the shot, the flu shot. A lot of people got sick, and some people didn't get sick. But with the H5N1 is it's a dormant bug. It's asleep. It wakes up at a certain time. All right, folks. And with the swine flu, they could create the next bird flu. They're just trying to depopulate people. They threw 2,000 pigs' carcasses into a river, into drinking water. This is where people get their water to drink and ingest it. All right. And now this leads to concerns of diseases that they infected into the pig. That in a rotten corpse is going to get loose, going to get in the water. People are going to drink this. In the next few weeks, they got warnings and watches for Shanghai and in China, in the Zhejiang province, for a bacterial outbreak, folks. This is not normal. All right, folks, people, you're drinking dead pigs, rotten carcasses. You know, if they had the swine flu, and that's how they got rid of them by dumping them into the river, or they try to make another problem. All right, now let's move on to mysterious UFO photos. All right,
UFO photo caught during wave of Scottish sightings.
and it's right here. You see it?
Looks serpentine a little bit. One of several witnesses to have reported UFOs in the skies over Berwickshire, Scotland, has sent the Berwick Advisor newspaper photographs of a mysterious blue light in the sky. Last month, several witnesses came forward stating that they had seen strange lights in the sky. One of them, John Robinson, said that he was walking his dog one evening when suddenly he saw a bright light. He thought that it might have been headlights from a car, but when he looked around he noticed a large bright orb. It sped away at a very fast speed, disappearing into the night sky. He told the Berwick Advisor, "I've been chatting with some of my neighbors, and they put my mind at ease a bit, because they said they saw something like this too, at around the same time." Robinson and his neighbors weren't the only ones to witness these strange lights in Berkshire. The next evening Paul Taylor was driving home when he noticed a patch of light in the sky. He always has his camera on hand, so he got out and snapped 4 pictures. He was surprised to see a blue orb in the photos. When the Berwick Advisor printed their story on Robinson's sighting, Taylor decided to send them his pictures. There's the picture.
Yeah, it's unique.
Very.
This is what we're talking about. These are spirits that are moving like that. All right, spirits, something angelic. What people call aliens today are what people call angels back then. All right, they do got high tech technology, and we're gonna bring you an article later on the 13th about angelic weapons. But let's get back into this article.
Similar sightings were reported in Yorkshire. Some of the witnesses described the lights as a low-flying shooting star. Berkshire residents have speculated that what people are seeing are the northern lights, lights from parties, or falling space debris. However, thus far, Taylor is the only one who seems to have caught the mysterious lights on camera. As for what he believes the orb to be, he says, "If it was a helicopter, you would be able to see lights, but there are no lights. I have no idea what it is." Robinson is equally as perplexed and adds, "But then I don't think we can be the only kind of life in the universe either."
I believe that too. What do you believe,
I
Mystique?
definitely, I'm not arrogant enough to believe that we're the only type of life in the universe.
Yeah, that's just crazy. There is something going on. People are calling Project Bluebeam. That's a misleading, folks. All right, they're here. There's something here, folks. Can't deny it. We're about getting angelic weapons later on today. It's pretty deep with the scalar squares. We know about the harp rings, but what about the scalar squares? We already connected up about the instruments. In our other video, we're about to get the scalar squares. That's a new age gap between this dimension and another dimension where it's opening up. Alright, this is the No Face Moon. Please rate, subscribe, comment. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Blogspot. Critterbox Gallic production. Please subscribe to the No Face Movement. Please subscribe to Mystiques and Astrology and Astronomy channel. Those are my backup channels. If anything happened, we're about to expose it all, folks. It's about to get deep. This is the movement. Till next time. Facing off.